Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's time for some Xbox news. So let's talk about AVOWED being delayed, Xbox console sales, and Tango Gameworks being bought by KRAFTON. So looks like there's still chance for Hi-Fi Rush 2. So let's talk about it. But before we do, let's talk about Iniba.com. They offer games for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo and PC, and as always they've got a ton of games on sale, like they've got the summer finale sale going on right now, so there's a ton of games over here like Plague Tale, Fantastic Game, Devil May Cry HD Collection. That's actually pretty cool as well. So yeah, let's grab this one maybe, and let's select the cheapest option, which is this one actually, buy now. As always, we can now go to the cart, proceed to checkout, or continue buying some more games. Days Gone is actually a pretty cool game as well, so let me add it to the cart. Let's go to checkout now. And all you have to do now is just select a payment of your choice, and that's it, you're done. Guys, so Iniba.com, you will find the link to this website in the description of this video below. Alright guys, so let's talk about these Xbox news. It was rather a quiet time. It's summer obviously, and I wanted to also address something real quick because I was very busy lately, so I haven't really had much time to post videos on this channel. Generally speaking, there will be way less videos in comparison to the past, so maybe 1, 2, max 3 videos a week or something like that, if something interesting is going to happen. So yeah, so stay tuned for more, obviously, with my commentary on the latest news, but there's just going to be less content. I just need to focus on my work and stuff, and training and stuff. So yeah. All right guys, so listen, let's talk about AVOWED being delayed first. Okay, so AVOWED was well, obviously introduced a couple of years ago. We've seen some gameplay already. People were complaining about the graphics, including myself. It just didn't really look spectacular, if you know what I mean. It looked good, but not, I would expect better. But then they released some later footage, and it looked much better. And to be honest with you, this game being delayed, because I think it was planned for this year still. There were some rumors about November. I think it's a good thing that they decided to delay this game, because at the end of the day, Obsidian is a fantastic developer, but they are rather smaller. They've got smaller teams working on these games. They are not like a huge company. So the more time they will get to work on this game, the better, technically speaking, this game is going to be. And I don't necessarily mind waiting for this game a little bit longer. I mean, we've waited so much time already. This game is going to be rather smaller than Skyrim or Starfield. People compare it in terms of scale to Outer Worlds, so which is a fantastic game, by the way, as well. By the same developer, by the way. So yeah, I'm pretty calm about it. Yeah, we'll have to wait additional like 3 months, because AVOWED, the new release date is February 18th of 2025, which is another good thing, because one thing is to allow developer to polish the game a little bit better. So hopefully there will be less bugs and the game will be better technically. But another thing is that, like, hopefully in February there's not going to be as much competition when it comes to games. So it's a new IP, even though it's based on the previous games by Obsidian, Pillars of Eternity. But still, like, when it comes to IP, because it is a little bit different type of game, it's good that it will, it won't have as much competition. I know it will be on Game Pass and everything, but still. And also, finally, Xbox will have some games at the very beginning of the year. I can't remember when was that. When I think that they had like 2 years ago, they had one of the strategy games at the very beginning of the year, but later nothing. Last year, actually this year, was very quiet from Xbox at the very beginning of the year. I think the only major release was Hellblade in May, and that's it. So yeah, it's good to spread out these games. And also another thing I want to add is like remember guys, there will be a ton of games, not only from Xbox, but also from other publishers. But let's look at the Xbox alone. So we know that there's Age of Mythology Retold. That's coming in beginning of September, I think. Then we're going to get, I mean, not necessarily in this order, but we're going to get Starfield Shattered Space, which is a massive DLC, story DLC. So it's like a brand new game, really. So, I mean, it's not a brand new game, but you know what I mean, like new missions and everything. It's supposed to focus on the House of Veyruun, I think they called, which is this mysterious faction in Starfield. So that's actually gets me super excited because we still don't know much about them. There's this particular mission in Starfield where you have to clean the embassy, and something really horribly wrong went there, and it was kind of creepy and everything. So I'm actually super excited about this DLC because it's supposed to focus on this particular faction. So it's going to be massive as well. We'll need some time to finish it. So we've got Age of Mythology, September, Starfield Shattered Space, probably September too. Then we're going to get Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is like late October. Don't forget Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2024, and we don't know the release date for this game yet, so it may be September, it may be October. Actually, October sounds like a good idea to me before the before Call of Duty, to be honest with you. But I'm not saying that's the date. We're going to get Stalker. Stalker 2 is confirmed for like middle of September, something like not September, November. Is it 14th, 18th, something like that? Don't quote me on that, but it's like middle of September. So that's a massive game too. I know it's not first party, but it's Xbox PC, Xbox Game Pass exclusive. Well, coming first at least. And then we're still waiting for Indiana Jones. We don't know the date. Like there's rumors suggesting that it may be December. So if you really look at this lineup from Xbox alone, it's massive. It's like 6 games, right? Like, do you need AVOWED there too? Not really. So I'm totally fine with AVOWED being delayed. On top of that, don't forget that there's still games from third-party, multi-platform games, Star Wars Outlaws, which I'm really looking forward to playing, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age, and there's some small other games here and there. I think PlayStation has that robot game, platforming game as well for PlayStation Crowd. So listen, like I was a little bit surprised hearing that AVOWED is getting delayed, but at the end of the day, it's nothing a major drama. There's still plenty of games coming to Xbox and PC and Game Pass, because all these games going to be in Game Pass day one. Obviously, I'm not talking about third party. But then again, you've got these third-party games, multi-platform games as well. So listen, this is going to be packed, that's for sure. Another topic I want to talk about is Tango GameWorks has been sold to KRAFTON. KRAFTON is the same publisher that published PUBG and Callisto Protocol. Yeah. They are, I think, Korean publisher or something. I mean, doesn't matter really. But, so I don't know. Maybe Hi-Fi Rush 2, for those of you that really enjoyed this game, maybe it's going to get released. We don't know. Some of the IPs from Tango has been kept by Microsoft, by the way. So I think games like Evil Within and some other game there as well. Actually, Microsoft has the rights to it. Not sure about Hi-Fi Rush, right? So I've seen some people excited about Hi-Fi Rush 2 being, hopefully being released at some point in the future, but I don't know. But I would imagine that they probably kept some of the IPs, but most Tango IPs have been kept by Microsoft. So Ghostwire Tokyo, that's another IP that Microsoft owns, right? So yeah, listen, I guess it's good. Like, developers will keep their jobs. They will still be working on these other games. Maybe, hopefully they will get the proper budget, and we're all going to get Hi-Fi Rush 2, which was a funny game. Still haven't beat that game yet, by the way. So the last topic today I wanted to discuss is Xbox sales again, because this keeps coming up every single conversation, especially now when PlayStation numbers were released. And generally speaking, PlayStation is actually doing good, great, I guess. I didn't really look at the numbers per se, but I think their PlayStation sales numbers went down big time as well. Not like 2 or 3%, but like, was it like 30, 40%, something like that? So not similar numbers to Xbox, like percentage-wise. I'm not talking about like the numbers of consoles, obviously, because PlayStation keeps selling millions of consoles all the time, and they are beating Xbox when it comes to console sales big time. So that didn't really change much, but it just shows the trend, right? Pretty much all console manufacturers actually are recording sales slowdown when it comes to console hardware sales. And at the end of the day, we did pass the mid of this generation. We are coming closer to the end now. I'm not saying that it's end now, and it sounds like if PlayStation will release PlayStation 5 Pro, they will probably release PlayStation 6 at least 3 years later, not like 2, maybe even 4, who knows, because PlayStation 4 Pro came out in the middle of the generation, and PlayStation 5 came out, pretty much 4 years later. So, there's been some documents from the FTC leak suggesting that PlayStation 6 is going to launch around 2028. So now with Xbox, not necessarily reporting, but rumors suggesting that Xbox is planning to release their console in 2026. It looks like it's going to be an interesting period of time as well. PlayStation 5 Pro this year, next Xbox 2 years later, and after another 2 years, PlayStation 6. That would actually make things interesting, because actually I don't really like all these consoles launching at the same time. It's kind of cool for comparison's sake, I guess, but it's just we keep getting something new once every 2 years, I guess, not like every 8 years, right? So that's kind of cool. So I don't really mind these consoles releasing at the bit different times. So that takes me back to like mid 90s and like even beginning of 90s and early 2000s, right? Where these consoles would not launch at the same time. When it comes to Sega consoles, they would launch before. Both Mega Drive and Dreamcast launched before PlayStation consoles. Nintendo launched after. So it was always something. There was always something new. And so now consider this: if we get PlayStation 5 Pro, like, I don't know, in November, I'm just guessing now, but probably this year, then switch to next year, early next year, 2020, so that's 2025, 2026 Xbox, and handheld as well, Xbox handheld. PlayStation may still release a handheld at some point in the future before PlayStation 6, because apparently they are working on one as well. And then PlayStation 6 in 2027, 2028, I don't know. So there's always going to be something interesting hardware-wise to talk about, which really gets me excited. And I actually like it. I'll probably, because I'm actually going away for a few days for, short holidays, just local here. But once I'm back, probably on Monday, I'll probably make a video about Xbox, next Xbox console, and what I think about it. There's actually more and more evidence that it's going to be a hybrid console. There's some cool ideas about what this may be. So yeah, listen, I hope you're going to enjoy this new format. So I will be making videos like twice a week, maybe, kind of collecting few news here and there. Obviously, if I'll have time, or if there's going to be a lot of things to talk about, I may make these videos a little bit often, more regular. But we'll see how that goes. But it's still holidays, and my camera is shaking for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, so listen, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.